It's the 4th of July weekend and there's going to be fireworks in Florida. Welcome to Lido Beach here in Sarasota for the second round of the 2015 P1 SuperStock Championship. After a fantastic opening weekend in Jacksonville, this time out the Panthers will be racing along the coastline as part of a much bigger festival of powerboating, the Sarasota Grand Prix.
Well, Sarasota is run by Suncoast Charities for Children, our festival and our race site. We are, I think, the only one in the world that's run by a charity. What's behind it all, though, is over the years we've been able to construct buildings valued at over $20 million, serving over 8,000 special needs clients a year. I hear the racers say Sarasota is the Indy 500 of powerboat racing. Two reasons. One, the charity. They know that there's proceeds being raised to make an impact here in the community, but also all the events that go along with it.
So that's the backdrop to the weekend, but what about the P1 Championship? Well, as you look at the points table, the results speak for themselves. Defending champions GD Environmental took 4 out of a possible 5 wins in Jacksonville, with only Leica Mobile also winning a race that weekend. So James, Charlie, great to see you here in Sarasota. Tell us about Jacksonville though, 4 out of 5 wins.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. We liked the course, we knew that before we started. It's a great place. The water suited us, boat was running well. Good weekend.
So that's what GD had to say this morning, but what of the rest of the P1 fleet? Some of whom were driving and throttling for their first time in the Panther.
Yeah, it was a great race. Trey's first time in the boat, he done great. We worked good together, and it was a great race.
Yeah, it was a good experience. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
My first time in, it was a learning. Got on the podium, boat ran great, good driver. I'm doing well in it. It's a good experience. I love it.
Tell us about Jacksonville. That was your first time racing together.
We learned a lot. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time. Made some adjustments on the boat, and we feel really improved this race.
And you really enjoyed Jacksonville?
Oh, Jacksonville was awesome. This is like the Super Bowl of all boat racing right here in Sarasota. So it's a lot of fun, and everybody's awesome as far as the crowds and the spectators and the people that put this together. Awesome job.
We had a really good run in Jacksonville. We're enjoying the process, learning the boat. We're still a little slower in some of the boats, but we're excited about moving forward as we go.
And this weekend here, you've got Craig alongside you. Craig, great to see you back.
Great to be back.
You're excited to go racing?
Oh, I can't wait. Very good.
So tell us what's happened. How's this come about?
It's awesome. One of my my throttlemen basically hurt his shoulder pretty bad. It was a little bumpy out there, and he popped his shoulder. So we ended up swapping a throttleman, and I'm going to learn a little bit. I'm going to swap seats maybe and learn some stuff, see what we can come up with, because we're still in the beginning of this process.
Let's take a look at our race course here in Sarasota. Counterclockwise rotation, 7 turns, and they do have a right-hand dogleg, but that start-finish line is right in front of Lido Beach. Let's talk tech. The P128 SS Panther is a 28-foot single-engine V-bottom, 7.5 feet wide, all weighing 3,500 pounds, sealed engines and spec propellers. The boats are on the course for race number 1, and we have a green flag and they are underway. On board with our championship leaders, GD Environmental Services, here from Wales. But on the inside, it is Team Ashland Oil, the father and son team from Columbus, Ohio, out to an early lead. All of these boats capable of speeds just under 70 miles an hour. But it's not the speed, it's the proximity and the even match that makes SuperStock so exciting. Out front right now is Aslan Oil, but we have a three-way battle for second place between GD Environmental Services, Leica Mobile, and Boat Wrench. And the Halloween Superstore makes a great move back in behind Visit Jacksonville, gets alongside, makes up a ton of distance. First place is Allison Oils. They look back over their shoulder. Father and son team from Columbus, Ohio, Bill and Elijah Kingery. Boat Wrench running in second place. Southeastern Lighting Solutions is trying to get past Team Leica Mobile. Leica Mobile's on the outside, but we go back to Team Allison Oil. They are out front. Clean water for the father and son team. They had a tough time in Jacksonville with a couple of DNFs. Halloween Superstore running side by side with Advanced Masonry Services. That's Gene Weeks back in the boat. Boat Wrench currently running in second position. Right at 65 miles an hour as they drop down just a little bit, but they're getting challenged on the inside by Leica Mobile. Lee Baker and Sandy Kenningsman, they have the inside lane, but Boat Wrench is going to hold them off. Lee Baker and Sandy Kenningsman get slammed a little bit by Boat Wrench, and they can't get past. Boat Wrench in second as we see Allison Oil go by in the lead. Great position for Gary Harris. Followed by Leica Mobile. So our first, second, and third is Allison Oil, Boat Wrench, and Leica Mobile as we look at our leader, Allison Oil. That is Bill Kingery looking over his shoulder on Allison Oil, but they made a little bit of a mistake. They and the leaders went wide. They went to the wrong mark on the course, and that cost them. They now move into second and third place, and it is Leica Mobile that is out front. Team Allison Oil now in second place, only a half a boat length ahead of Team Southeastern Lighting Solutions. GD Environmental Services is side by side with Halloween Megastore in a battle for fourth. Halloween Megastore has the inside lane, but Leica Mobile chose the right course, made their marks, and they are now way out front. Sandy Kenningsman and Lee Baker. GD Environmental trying to get past Southeastern Lighting on the outside. Can they do it? GD Environmental Services carrying the outside lane. They've both gotten ahead of Halloween Megastore. As you see Halloween Megastore sliding across the tops of the wake back behind. But Leica Mobile is out front, and they will take the win in heat number 1 here in Sarasota. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Finish results for heat number 1. Leica Mobile takes the win, followed by Allison Oil. Southeastern Lighting moves into third, followed by GD Environmental Services and Halloween Megastore.
So Leica Mobile take the first one of the weekend there with Allison Oil in second and Southeastern Lighting Solutions in third. Let's see what those boys can do when we head out for the next 2 races, which are back-to-back.
For round 2 from start to finish, it was number 7, GD Environmental Services. They never looked back, got clean water from the start and take the win. But coming in second with their best finish to date, Team Boat Wrench. Let's take a look at our race results from heat number 2. GD Environmental gets the win, followed by Boat Wrench, Leica Mobile, Allison Oil, and Halloween Megastore. As the teams line up for race number 3, this is our third heat in Sarasota, Florida. We have a green flag. Allison Oil gets a great jump as they come up to turn 1. They're on the outside. Let's see if they can carry that momentum. Leica Mobile dives in behind. GD Environmental Services starts on the outside. And in number 9, Lavorsi, this is one of our new teams down here from Cleveland. But Allison Oil gets the jump, and they are out front. We have a 3-way battle for second place. Now turned into a 4-way battle with Leica Mobile, Halloween Superstore, Southeastern Lighting Solutions, and Advanced Masonry Services. As they are all bunched up going into turn 1. What a great battle as we go on board Leica Mobile. You see how close they are to the number 31 Halloween Megastore. And now right alongside Southeastern Lighting Solutions. Leica Mobile running strong, just ahead. What a great battle we have here in heat number 3. Gene Weeks and Colin Ridley looking behind Advanced Masonry. Currently running in 4th place on the inside. Coming up way on the inside, that's GD Environmental Services trying to make up ground, and they make up a ton of ground coming across. But we have Allison Oil out front right now, Leica Mobile in 2nd, Southeastern Lighting Solutions in 3rd. And diving in hard was Advanced Masonry Services as we go on board number 17, Allison Oil with Bill and Elijah Kingery. They're out front, they've got the clean water, hugging those marks as they go around. 2nd place, Leica Mobile, followed by Southeastern Lighting Solutions, our team from Morehead City, North Carolina. On board with Southeastern Lighting Solutions, Jason Morton. Halloween Megastore, followed by Boat Wrench. Coming up hard on the inside is GD Environmental Services. As we go on board GD Environmental Services, he gets the door closed on him by Halloween Megastore. He has to go back to the outside of the wake. Boat Wrench has to go farther on the outside as well, as we got a good aerial view showing our lead right now. And Leica Mobile has gotten past Team Allison Oil again. Leica Mobile out front. About a 4 boat length lead on Allison Oil. It happened between 1 and 2. Elijah wondering how they got past. He looks back to see where he's at as he squares off another turn. Seeing how close he can get to the mark, make sure he has room to come across. Leica Mobile out front. Lee Baker and Sandy Kenningsman. Leica Mobile, little bit bumpy conditions as they still manage to hold off Allison Oil. Allison Oil's about 6 boat lengths back right now. They went from the lead to 2nd place, not where they want to be. Running the boat loose, you see it bouncing right there, trying to pick up some extra speed, but Leica Mobile heads towards the checkered flag. And there it is, they are going to take the win. Leica Mobile, Lee Baker and Sandy Kenningsman take the win in round number 3 here in Sarasota. Let's take a look at our race results for the 3rd heat. Leica Mobile takes the win, followed by Allison Oil, Southeastern Lighting Solutions, GD Environmental, and Advanced Masonry.
A 1st, a 3rd, and a 1st. That's a great day at the office for you.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. The day started out amazing. The water was choppy, just the way these boats love it. And unfortunately, somebody made a mistake. They were leading the race, went after the wrong buoy, and left us to win. We took an easy win on the 1st heat.
So a great day in the office for Sandy and Lee in Leica Mobile. 2 top steps to the podium. Let's see what they can do when they come back tomorrow for 2 more great races here in Sarasota. Welcome back to Sarasota, Florida for the 2nd round in the P1 SuperStock Championship. This weekend, the P1 Panther fleet has been racing as part of the Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix, which yesterday, on Independence Day, treated the thousands of fans who lined the beach to some awesome action. Yesterday, the P1 teams raced 3 times, including 2 races back-to-back in the scorching Florida sunshine. It was Leica Mobile who had the best of it, taking 2 wins. GD Environmental managed the win also, but there were good showings from some of the newer teams, including HalloweenMegastore.com.
The racing here in Sarasota is very, very competitive. The water's a little bit choppy. We're getting a pole position right in the middle of the pack, so a lot of potential banging and beating up a little bit. So, you know, we're trying to run the best that we can. We want to get out front. This is a new race, or a new boat to the series that we really want to make sure we keep in the front for the sponsor. We want to keep them happy. And, you know, we want to have a good time of doing it. We're really looking for a podium finish, and we want to be in the points for the championship. So we're doing everything we can to really keep the boat up.
So here we are down in the stand with our race announcer, Martin Sanborn. Martin, great to see you. What a fantastic Sarasota Grand Prix we're having this year.
Welcome to the 4th of July in Florida. It doesn't get any better than this. You know, this race has such a heritage. This is where racers like to come on the 4th of July weekend. It's a party that starts a week ahead of time.
Amazing.
There's a street parade, a party. It is unbelievable. And the race course, exceptionally challenging, and everybody wants to have that flag that says Sarasota on it.
Well, as you can see, the beach down here in Sarasota is absolutely packed as the teams are getting set for the next one of the weekend. So let's head out to the start line with your race announcer, Martin Sanborn.
The boats are lined up for heat number 4, and we have a green flag as all the boats converge on turn number 1. And it's Allison Oil once again that gets an early jump as they start this heat. Second place is Southeastern Lighting Solutions with Leica Mobile right on their outside, and a side-by-side battle between GD Environmental Services and Halloween Megastore. Team Boat Wrench right behind GD Environmental Services as our lineup right now. Allison Oil out front. Halloween Megastore has now managed to get past Leica Mobile as they move into 3rd position. Side by side as they make their way down the straightaway. Deck to deck. Looks like they're almost going to bump, and they just managed to miss each other. As we see our leader Allison Oil out front. Second place is Southeastern Lighting Solutions. But Allison Oil has clean water and they're checking out. Halloween Megastore now has a little bit of a margin on Leica Mobile. They take the inside lane. Leica Mobile goes wide. Allison Oil is ultimately going to take the win in heat number 4. Let's take a look at our finish results. Allison takes the win, followed by Southeastern Lighting Solutions, Halloween Megastore, GD Environmental Services, and Team Boat Wrench.
So it's a great result there for boat number 17, Bill and Elijah Kingray. Let's see what they can do and the rest of the fleet as we head out for the final one on the weekend.
And the boats are heading towards the start for the final heat here in Sarasota, Florida. And we have a green flag there underway as we go on board with Rob Gina and Gary Harris in Boat Wrench. Coming hard on the outside is Allison Oil. They have to start on the outside this heat because they finished first in the last. As Bill Kingray looks over his shoulder with his son Elijah on the wheel. Allison Oil now moves out to the front. Second place is Southeastern Lighting Solutions with GD Environmental Services right to their inside, and GD Environmental Services will get by and move into second as you see them right off the side. Oh, what happened? They actually went way to the inside. It looked like they got pushed. They got pushed hard by the number 55 Southeastern Lighting Solutions. They had to come way back in. As we look at this view on board the Halloween Megastore, Southeastern Lighting Solutions had some kind of a problem that pushed them way to the inside, and they took Halloween Megastore with them. GD Environmental Services now moves out into the lead ahead of Allison Oil. They've got a 6-boat length lead right now as they head across. Leica Mobile in second place. They've now gotten past Allison Oil. Leica Mobile right at the slight right-hand turn. They now have the inside lane coming to the south turn, and they drive by. Leica Mobile moves into the lead and powers by GD Environmental Services. GD looks like they're having some kind of a problem. Leica Mobile now moves well out into the lead. GD Environmental Services gets it going again. They're right on their tail, but they got their work cut out for them. They now dive to the inside of Leica Mobile. They're on the front straightaway, heading towards the start-finish line, but Leica Mobile is out in front with GD Environmental Services on their tail. On board with number 17, Team Allison Oil, Bill and Elijah Kingery. Such a strong start, they've now dropped back. They're in third position, but they're about to get challenged by the Halloween Megastore. Halloween Megastore's right on their tail. Goes across the wake back to the outside. Jamie Cantor and Walt Cox on Halloween Megastore. They got pushed hard to the inside by Southeastern Lighting Solutions as Leica Mobile continues to move out front. GD Environmental Services, Boat Wrench, and Halloween Megastore all tied up on the south end of the race course. GD Environmental Services currently running in second place, trying to run down Leica Mobile. Back on board with Boat Wrench, this is Rob Gina and Gary Harris. Looking back, you see their proximity to the Halloween Megastore boat on their outside. As they make their way towards the start-finish line, Boat Wrench, Halloween Megastore right on their hip, getting hosed off of the chine spray as they make their way towards turn 1. Just ahead of Halloween Megastore, and that's GD Environmental Services out front of them in second place, with Leica Mobile way out front. Halloween Megastore dives to the inside, trying to find some clean water. That didn't help them at all as they tried to come back in on Boat Wrench. Boat Wrench picked a great line. Halloween Megastore went a little bit too far to the inside. Now they got to go way to the outside. As we go back on board with number 15 Boat Wrench, that's Rob Gina and Gary Harris. As Halloween Megastore tries to dive back to the inside of them, behind them. But Leica Mobile is way out front right now. And they are waving their hands. The checkered flag is out. Leica Mobile is going to take the win. With the helicopter in tow, Leica Mobile having a great weekend. Second place goes to GD Environmental Services. Let's take a look at our results for heat number 5 here in Sarasota. The win goes to Leica Mobile with GD Environmental in second, and Halloween Megastore gets by into third. Overall for the weekend, it's going to be Leica Mobile on the top podium position with Team Allison Oil in second place and GD Environmental in third.
It was just a really good weekend. The boat ran the best it's ever run, and it likes choppy water. So 3 out of 5. We won 3 out of 5 heats and just put us where we needed to be.
And Sandy, you really came to town this weekend. New team kit and a team chief with you there as well.
Absolutely, man. It takes the whole team, and Chris here, new crew chief, is really helped us out, powered us through this whole weekend. And let me tell you, that Leica Mobile boat, we beat that thing up, and we fought, and we battled through everyone and picked every one of them out until we finished this off. And this is where we're at today, baby.
Now that all the points are tallied, let's take a look at the season standings. GD Environmental maintains first place, Leica Mobile in second, followed by Halloween Megastore, Southeastern Lighting Solutions, and Boat Wrench.
So there you go, another P1 SuperStock weekend comes to a close, and the action this weekend as part of the Sarasota Grand Prix, well, it was some of the best we've ever seen, and certainly some of the hugest crowds. Join us next time when we'll be in St. Cloud. But for now, from all of us here, see ya.